The text came in at 11:47 p.m., lighting up my phone in the dark like a flare. Running late. Don't wait up. I stared at it longer than I should have. Not because it was unusual, but because it was becoming routine. She used to text me pictures of grocery aisles, complain about traffic, ask if I wanted tea when she got home. Now all I got were short updates, clipped words, messages that felt like doors quietly closing. I told myself I was being paranoid. That marriages go through phases. That love doesn't always announce itself loudly. But that night something in my chest went cold. She didn't come home until nearly 2 a.m. I pretended to be asleep when I heard the key turn. I caught the faint smell of unfamiliar cologne as she slipped into bed, careful not to touch me. She lay stiff beside me, scrolling through her phone with the brightness turned all the way down. I watched the ceiling and wondered when my life had started to feel like a room I didn't recognize. The signs had been there longer than I wanted to admit. Missed calls that went straight to voicemail. Her phone flipping face down the moment I walked into a room. New clothes she wore only at night. Excuses that didn't need details, work stuff helping a friend just need space. When I asked questions, she'd sigh like I was exhausting, like my concern was an inconvenience. I started questioning myself instead. Maybe I was boring. Maybe I'd stopped seeing her. Maybe this was my fault. The night I followed her, I hated myself for it. She said she was meeting a coworker. I waited 10 minutes, then grabbed my keys. I told myself I just wanted peace of mind. Closure. Proof that I was wrong. Her car pulled into a side street downtown, one I'd never had reason to visit. I parked half a block away and watched as she got out, smoothing her dress, checking her reflection in the window. She didn't look tired. She looked eager. She walked into a low-lit bar with no sign outside, just a red glow bleeding through frosted glass. I sat in my car for a full minute before following her in. The place smelled like citrus and smoke. Music hummed low, intimate. I saw her immediately, laughing, leaning close to a man I'd never seen before. His hand rested on the small of her back like it belonged there. She didn't pull away. I didn't confront them. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I stood there long enough to watch her touch his arm. Long enough to see the way she smiled. A smile I hadn't seen in months. Then I turned around and walked out. The drive home felt endless and strangely calm. Like my body had already made the decision my heart was still trying to catch up to. When she came home that night, I was sitting at the kitchen table. She froze when she saw me. "You're up late," she said too casually. "I know where you go," I replied. Her face drained of color. She opened her mouth, then closed it again. Finally, she sat across from me, hands shaking. She told me it wasn't what it looked like. That it had started as talking. That she hadn't meant for it to happen. That she was confused. Lonely. That she still loved me. Every word felt like it came too late. I told her I believed she was hurting. I told her I understood how people drift. But I also told her this. Love doesn't survive secrecy. Trust doesn't recover from nights like that. She cried. She begged. She promised to end it. I listened quietly. Then I stood up. "I won't compete for my own wife," I said. My voice surprised even me, steady, flat, final. "And I won't live wondering where you are every night." She asked if there was anything she could do. I shook my head. "You already did it." The divorce wasn't dramatic. Just paperwork, boxes, silence. Memories echoed in empty rooms, holidays that now felt staged, laughter that felt borrowed. Some nights I missed her so badly it hurt to breathe. Other nights I felt light, like I'd set down a weight I didn't know I was carrying. What I learned was simple and brutal. Love without honesty is just habit. And self-respect sometimes looks like walking away quietly, even when your heart is screaming to stay. I don't know where she goes at night anymore. But I sleep peacefully now.